Welcome survivors, I'm GP with the latest ARK news. And we have an ARK 2 reveal, Survival Ascended roadmap incoming, creature votes and more. So let's unpack everything that we know. But quickly before that, nearly 11,000 subscribers already. You guys are absolutely amazing. This is why I love bringing you the ARK news. And speaking of news, ARK 2. That's right, we got another concept reveal for the much delayed sequel, and they're bringing back fishing. We got some new creature reveals which include the Exellia, the Coelacanth, or Coal for short, the Trout and the Sturgeon. Therefore 3 new creatures that weren't in Survival Evolved. The image also shows off the fishing equipment with the pole, the bobbers and the lures. But we also get a glimpse of some of the surroundings too, with some huge rock formation in the background. And also the survivors' clothing, which is looking fairly primitive. I don't think we've actually seen this type of clothing before in the previous images and trailers. Of course, going with the primarily primitive vibe that ARK 2 is taking. And just a reminder, if anyone has been living under a rock since April, ARK 2 is pushed back to late 2024, and Wildcard will only be sharing concept arts with us throughout this year. They have said there will be no gameplay or in-game screenshots shown before 2024, so that's going to include nothing being shown for ARK 2 at Extra Life in November. So you've got to make the most of what they give us for now, and instead look forward towards ARK Survival Ascended. And speaking of that, what's going on with Survival Ascended? That's what we all want to know. I recently put out a video about the pipeline confusion for its release. Well, although there was no reveal this week, the community crunch did state we have an update coming to the ASA roadmap next week, so stay tuned. That's right, in next Friday's community crunch, it's the day, the big day that we hopefully find out some more juicy details, such as potentially a release date. Maybe even changes in the pricing structure. Maybe they're going to offer different packages. I'm not sure if that's something they're going to be looking at. However, I can't budge the feeling Survival Ascended is likely to see a pushback. But if so, I'm fairly confident it's not going to be a big one. I think it will be September, and I still think the first half of the month. I just think it's going to be maybe a week or two later than the 31st of August, which is what the plan I believe originally was. I mean, I'd be honestly surprised if the update to the roadmap is that everything is still on track and it's releasing on the 31st of August. I mean, I'd love that to be the case, absolutely, but I just don't get the feeling it is. But I'm certainly very positive about Survival Ascended coming, and I'm certainly not thinking it's going to be months delay. I'm also curious to see if there is any mention regarding the Ragnarok release timeframe in the roadmap, considering we've just done a creature vote for that map before Aberration. Originally in the roadmap, Wildcard strongly indicated that the free community maps would all be releasing throughout 2024, and therefore indicating that they would all be after the official expansion packs. But I've got a feeling they've realised possibly that many players probably don't want to wait months upon months for the community made maps to release. So I suspect Ragnarok will be coming out before Aberration, but will it be an additional launch map? So hopefully we might find out details on that in the roadmap update next week. And assuming there is going to be a bit of a pushback, will the roadmap include their plans for the sunsetting of official Survival Evolved servers that they have planned for 31st of August? And of course, console players are still waiting to find out about how the downloading of the official server saves works, particularly in relation to single player, because it's not as simple as just placing the save file in the relevant folder like you do on the PC. The Ragnarok creature vote winner, the Gigantoraptor. Definitely not one I thought was going to win, but I had definitely put it pretty high up there in its chances to win. And pretty close behind was the Mirasononyx, which was also a bit of a surprise. I thought that one might be a bit sort of more midway. Let me know where your top creature came in the final results. So yes, the Gigantoraptor, a fully feathered medium to large theropod, suggested to be another creature designed to provide nanny-like abilities to care for the younger creatures on the Ark. I will be taking a closer look at this creature and the original suggestions made for it in a later video, so we can see what Wildcard could potentially do with this oversized raptor. And it does have some interesting taming techniques. And the devs are already lining up the next creature vote, which will be for Aberration. I'm very excited to see what creatures get submitted for this one, because it is a fantastic map. There'll be no flyers and no sea creatures in this submission due to the way the map is built. So this could be an opportunity for some pretty new and unique creatures in the submissions. I suspect that submissions for this one will likely begin sometime in July. ARK Genesis Part 1 is finally dropping on the Switch on the 30th of June. Further details on that and the recent bug fixes will be coming soon. I want to make sure that you are all up to date on your ARK needs. And I know there's been quite a few people asking me about ARK Mobile, but there has not been any new news on the ARK Mobile revamp. But as soon as it comes in, I will let you all know. And survivors, if you don't want to miss out on all the latest ARK news, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.